In section 16, we're going to complete the installation of the collective. We'll start by positioning the control arm G and then pinning it to the cross shaft. We're going to determine the length of the control rod and set the spring. Now this completes all the controls to the non-rotating swash plate. Final rigging will take place in section 25. So let's get started on 16.
Refer to the construction manual, section 16, for components and prints. In section 11 of the video construction series, we fabricated and installed the collective scissor mount. This must be installed before you can fit and install the collective control rod. Loosen the slider ball clamp bolt and wedge a flat blade screwdriver inside the split to free the clamp. Because of the recessed position of this bolt, the best tools to loosen this bolt are 2 1/4-inch drive and 7/16-inch sockets. Use a piece of 50 thousandths stock to set the height of the slider ball. Allow the slider ball to rest on the piece of 50 thousandths. Raise the clamp to position it so that it's the down stop. Tighten the bolt and torque to 70 inch-pounds. Later, when the control rod has been installed, we will check that the lower portion of the slider ball clevis does not come out of the clamp when the collective is in the full up position. The control rod requires one male rod end at each end. Install only one rod end and bushing at this time. Reference construction print E15-2000. Use a drill press and a V-block to drill the rod end and bushing. Measure the full travel of the pilot's collective. Now determine the center of travel and position the collective stick there. When the collective is at the center of its travel, the control arm G and the collective control rod should be 90 degrees relative to each other. Reference the construction print E15-2000 for the lateral position of the G control arm. You can reposition this arm by carefully moving it to the correct position. The arm casting has a split in it to allow for repositioning. Use caution so as not to fracture the casting. Hold the correct position and drill the hole that pins the arm to the cross shaft. Final size the hole with a 1/4-inch reamer and install the hardware. Attach the control rod to the collective control arm G. With the collective full down and the slider ball clevis on the down stop, check the fit of the control rod. Trim the rod if necessary and install the bushing and rod end. Reference print E23-2000 to make the collective spring bracket. The 1/8-inch hole center to the hole center of the 5/16-inch hole is 5/8 of an inch typically. Install the hardware and collective spring bracket. Note the 2 spacers on each side of the rod end. They are located on E49 card 2, part number E49-1410. Drill the airframe hood bracket and install the eye bolt for the collective spring. You must use the all-metal lock nut to secure the eye bolt. Drill and install the eye bolt as low as possible on the hood bracket as shown. Install the spring. Refer to construction print E23-2000-3 for spring dimensions. Check the slider ball on full up collective. The slider ball clevis must not exit the clamp. Note: the cyclic cables were installed and rigged in section 11 of the construction video series.